Hey, good morning, everybody. Tim here from Rat Daddy Studios. Update on a few things that's going on. The Corvette, the big 12 scale Corvette, is it's going to sit for a week or so. In fact, I need to sit it out in the sun and just let it bake and make sure that paint is all set. It actually looks better after these last couple coats of clear. It kind of toned down, a little bit of the orange peel. I'm not going to color sand it. I'm just not going to get into doing that and having to repolish it or re-clear it. So that's a done deal. Whenever the body's ready, then I'll get everything mounted on the chassis and do the final assembly work. So that'll probably be within the next couple weeks. I'm just going to kind of let it ride for right now. But in the meantime, a couple things. Let's see. Got a couple shop cards. First, we'll go over. First one is from Sodak Models from Adam, and I appreciate that, buddy. And I think you got one of mine as well. A little personalization on the back, but cool looking card. And I love the skull with the airbrush and X-Acto crossbones. That's pretty cool. So that's one. I got this other one from Big Charlie's Model Garage, which is really cool. Love that vintage truck on there. In fact, I'm going to show you some vintage trucks I just bought. But that's a cool card. Thanks, Charlie. And the last one is from Grumpy Greg. And it's got Grumpy Greg's Model and Toy Shop. He's got a nice mix of stuff on the front of this car. It looks like he builds a lot of stuff like I do. He's got custom, he's got hot rod, he's got a Roth kit on there. So, hey, this stuff's right up my alley. So, appreciate that, Greg. Thank you very much for the cards. And all of you. So, let's see what else is going on. A couple of people asked questions about the Little Red Wrecker. The guy that produced those is no longer making them. I guess there was a lot of problems, and so he's dumped whatever he had left. And he did make me a one-piece body and sent it to me, because I was so frustrated with the two-piece body and just uncured resin and everything. So I'll show you that real quick. So this is pretty much prepped. There's the body I just continued to struggle with. That was the two-piece body that I was making into a one-piece body. But he went on and he printed me a nice one-piece body. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. At least it's more workable than what I have. But all the rest of the parts are pretty much prepped and ready to go, so I can get something done with that at some point. The other thing I'm working on right now, this is the MPC Street Charger, the 1/16 scale charger. I think this is like a 71, 72 charger. So this kit is basically, it's the petty charger that they issue. I think that originally had a clear body on it, but as you can see, large scale. I've got most of the suspension work done on this, working on it anyway. I just did a dark gunmetal chassis. Got some lighter colored parts mixed in there. Well, it will be. They're not all put together yet. But this is a typical MPC kit. Those of you who have been around a long time in the hobby like I have know about poor fitting. Problem is, they do really great subject matter, but the fit is just always so shitty on these old kits, and they're reissuing them, but they're not doing any retooling. So everything pretty much goes together like it did when we were kids. Not great. So there's a lot of stuff that's off on it, but fixable. It's just more time consuming. So no big deal. I think I told you guys when that kit arrived, the front pillars on the windshield pillars were crushed in. I was able to straighten that. I think it's going to be okay once I get the windshield in there. Should support it just fine. So that's moving along. I'm working on that, and that's what's going to be towing that big 1/16 scale drag boat, the 3D print that I've got. That thing is all completely in primer, ready to go. I've started painting a lot of the little parts, but I've gotten hung up. I ordered some stuff from Coast Airbrush, some paint, and some really small scale stencils, tiki stencils and stuff that I want to use on it, and they're back ordered. So that's kind of waylaying the boat project. I may go ahead. I think I have figured out the paint scheme for this charger and for that boat. So I think I'm going to go ahead and start laying down the base colors for that, maybe even this weekend. I've got to get this body go over it, make sure everything's okay, get it in primer. I got to pick up some more primer this weekend, so that's kind of moving along. Got that going. I picked up a couple kits this week. I did finally get one of the large 12th scale, the 69 Camaro. I'd been after one of those for a while, the big monogram kit, and didn't go too high on the auction, but what I didn't know and I didn't realize, pictures were vague, a lot of pictures of the box, not a lot of pictures of the contents. Seller was an antique store, not a model person, and the body had been painted with a rattle can, and there was nothing said about that being painted. I thought it was molded in orange. It's actually molded in white. So the body's been rattle canned with something. I have no idea what it is. Probably Model Master or Tester or something, you know, older. Some of the parts were assembled. So I wasn't real happy about that. I was hoping it was just a mint unbuilt kit just in an open box, but it didn't turn out that way. So I wasn't overly thrilled with that, but hey, it is what it is. I finally got the kit. I'll deal with it. You know, if there's issues, I'll get it, hopefully get it, sand it, and get some primer on there and see how the body reacts to the primer. But in the meantime, I picked up a couple kits this week. And I know a lot of people don't like these, but I have always liked these kits. These and they go together so well. These are those older issue monogram, the Big Mac Bulldog. This is the log hauler, and I also got the tank truck. So I'm going to build these, just something different. I think that'd be fun. The monogram kits go together so nice, and it's minimal pieces, not a whole lot to the motor and stuff. Very, very simple drive lines, chain driven, obviously. And it really it's the beer wagon cab sitting on the bigger chassis with whatever. They also make a dump truck, and of course the Ringling Brothers stake bed, which I actually have the Ringling Brothers issue of the stake bed. So. Yeah, anyway, I've been kind of bidding on a few of the dump trucks, but they're wanting too much money for them right now. So, so anyway, that's going on. I think that covers it all for now. So I'll keep this brief, and I will keep you guys updated as these builds progress. Something on my glasses there. Yeah, but things are moving along. So yeah, I was a little frustrated last weekend after dealing with the Corvette and stuff. I hope I didn't pass on negativity to you guys, but it was just really aggravating for me. I've got so much work in that thing, but I think it's going to look good. I had the body actually mounted up on the chassis while it was drying out in the last few days, and it looks pretty good sitting there. I'm not totally aggravated with it now, and like I said, the paint has kind of settled down. It looks like it's better than it was. The orange peel, a lot of that's kind of gone away as this paint cures. So anyway, so I'll give that another week or so. We'll get back to it, and I should have that finished up hopefully in the next few weeks and be able to show that too. But in the meantime, keep building. Thanks for tuning in. I think I'm up to 707 subscribers. I really appreciate all you guys coming by to watch this stuff. Try to keep it interesting. I'll try to do a little more model car history stuff coming up here sometime in the near future. I've still got plenty of stuff to dig through. We've had just a lot going on. Of course, Easter, we got some birthdays coming up, so my weekends are getting a little bit tied up, and trying to do other things. Of course, it's spring too, so we're working out in the yard, trying to help my wife. We planted a few fruit trees last weekend and trying to get the yard in shape for summer. So other things occupying my time, but I am, every chance I get, I squeak in some paint work or a little bit of model work. It might only be 20-30 minutes here and there, but getting some stuff done. So anyway, I'll see you again. Probably I'll post another video probably this weekend sometime. I'm going to try to hopefully tonight get the Street Charger at least up on its tires and rims, and start doing the motor assembly on that. Like I said, I figured out the paint, so get that in primer. I may be able to shoot some paint on some of that and get that going this weekend. So I'll keep you posted. Thanks again for coming by, and I'll see you again real soon. Have a good day.